Good afternoon. Welcome to NorCal Sports TV's presentation of a Super Saturday live from the campus of Delta College in Stockton, California. Brought to you here on NorCal Sports TV and brought to you in part by Venture Academy, the host school. He's hoping to bring you a day chock full of high-level high school basketball from here in the CIF Sac Joaquin section. A lot of schools from here in the Stockton area getting a chance to showcase themselves in this late season showcase. Out here in Stockton, we have the Stone Ridge Christian Knights and the River Island Riptide kicking us off in Game 1 as we get started here on our DJ Trev Entertainment pregame show on NorCal Sports TV Super Saturday. You mentioned River Island, Stone Ridge Christian kicking us off. We got Bear Creek and Fortune out of Sacramento at 1:30. Lodi and Inderkum of Sacramento at 3 o'clock. Weston Ranch and Clayton Valley of Concord at 4:30. The host school Venture Academy will hit the court at 6 o'clock to take on Castro Valley. And then our nightcap, the marquee matchup of the Super Saturday, Lincoln of Stockton taking on San Joaquin Memorial of Fresno, California, which should be a high-powered matchup here on Super Saturday. We're just about set and ready to get going on our first matchup of the day. Again, we got the River Island Riptide and the Stone Ridge Christian Knights coming in. River Island has a record of 15-10. Coming in against Stone Ridge Christian, who's got a record of 21-5. River Island's, though, in first place in their league. They're 7-0 right now in the Central California Athletic Alliance, undefeated, 2 games ahead of Langston Hughes Academy, who's 5-2. And on the other side, Stone Ridge Christian, they themselves having a pretty good season in their respective league. They used to be in the Central California Athletic Alliance. Now they're in the Southern League, and they are 11-0 in the Southern League thus far. So having themselves a nice season and hoping to keep it going here against the Stone Ridge Christian squad. Once again, playing good basketball, led by Jordan Cortez, a guy who's their leading scorer on the season. Kind of a bit of a point forward is Jordan Cortez. Dejan O'Neill, also one of the top scorers for the Stone Ridge Christian Knights. So that's a nice 1-2 punch for Coach Tyler Rogers. And on the other side, for Coach Justin Graham, who's got his daughter in hand. So she's out there getting some coaching reps. So she'll be roaming the sidelines along with Coach Graham. Charles Mapano, the leading scorer at 11.6 points per game for the River Island Riptide, coming out of Lathrop, California. And we get the starting lineups introduced here by the home PA announcer of the Delta College Knights. So that's kind of cool. A little tip there for both these squads to get themselves introduced as coaches shake hands. Let's get you those starting lineups. First for the visiting Stone Ridge Christian Knights, who will be in black. They got the black uniforms with the blue trim. They got Jordan Cortez, Dejan O'Neill, Owen Nelson, Tayton Harkabus, and Tyler McCabe. And on the other side, River Island, Charles Mapano, Darius Roddick Factorin, Idris Elfra, Dylan Peter, and Zachary Basurto. The starters as the tip goes to Stone Ridge Christian. Here's Dejan O'Neill putting a body in a defender, can't get it to go. McCabe's follow, too strong. Now Cortez tied up down low with Basurto. And since Stone Ridge Christian won the tip, possession arrow going over to River Islands. There's Idris Alfara. The crafty guard is Alfara. Now that's able to maneuver through a defense here as we see him get to a spot. Can't get the follow away to go, but there's Cortez with the rebound. We had him on our network a couple years ago when River Islands didn't have a varsity team yet. They had a JV tournament out at Atwater. They were pretty good in that tournament. I think they got second place, lost to Modesto Christian, but no slouches. This one tipped around in the hands of Mapano. He'll fire a three. Too strong. Rebound O'Neill. O'Neill kick out Cortez. Thought about the three. Steps in. Long two, which actually might have been a three in all reality because we're playing with a college three-point line today. As Alfara loses the handle. Here's Cortez. Harkabus attacking the basket. Hangs and draws the foul. Looks like Peter's going to get the call. We'll wait for the official call. But there it is. Dylan Peter picking up the foul. He's going to send Tayton Harkabus to the free throw line. So, again, if you look at the court here, there's no high school three-point line. Delta College, no need for that as they compete in the 3C2A, community college level. When you get a showcase like this, right, it's a high school event. So these guys are going to have to step back. And like executive producer here, Dion I said, they're going to have to step up a little bit. Get from downtown. Actually going to be a step or two further as Harkabus comes up empty. Still looking for our first point of the game. Over a minute 15 played. Alfaro, ball screen, not much space there as Cortez switches onto him. Basurto gets a step. Oh, back door, nice read and good cut to Darius Radek Factorin. Puts it in for two. Good job moving without the basketball as River Islands It's the first basket of the game. Now they settle into a 1-3-1 zone. They swing it over to O'Neal. He'll fire a wing three, knocks it down. The leading scorer for the Stone Ridge Christian Knights at 14.6 is Dejan O'Neal. A guy who's had a few years now at the varsity level. Seems like he's been there for a while as Basurto misses everything. That one's going to go the other way to the Knights. And you see the nice kick out from Tyler McCabe. I'm telling you what, anytime you get the ball in the high post area and you got a guy that could pass out of that area, it's a zone beater right there. Not to mention hitting from range, that always helps. Oh, Nelson took a misstep somehow. Gets it to Harkabus, who has a nice take, goes right at Basurto. Able to put it in for two. Stone Ridge Christian with the last couple of buckets. Here's Peter, kick out to Alfara. You see Stone Ridge Christian very comfortable switching these ball screens out on the perimeter. McCabe switches out onto Mapano. And glad they got their feet caught up, and unfortunately for River Islands, that's going to be a travel. It's getting serious now as Coach Graham had to set his daughter down on the bench. Trying to get something out of the Riptide offense, who scored the first bucket, but giving up the last couple to Stone Ridge, who has possession as they walk it across half court. Here's Marcus Gray into the ball game. Will kick out to Nelson. Nelson launches a three. Nelson's going to get his fair share of attempts. He's a guy who's not shy from downtown, trying to stretch out the defense. We got a loose ball foul on Tyler McCabe. 6'7" junior will pick up his first personal. First team foul for the Knights. Radek Factorin bringing up the ball. Peter trying to get a step on Gray, takes him down the lane line and missed the point-blank shot. Good move. Going to get the shot to go down. O'Neal puts it in the left hand, floats it up. Short, but somehow got it back. Now he's going to dribble it up top and reset the offense. Shot clock never reset. Got 19 to shoot. Nice touch pass from McCabe out to Nelson. And he notches a step back three and knocks it down. Told you, he's going to get his fair share of shots in here. The guy's kind of a streaky shooter. Baseline drive, Radek Factorin comes up short. Hit the deck as well. Harkabus, quick trigger three. It's the Stone Ridge Christian squad that's used to putting up a lot of points. They've been pouring it on. We mentioned they're 11-0. As we get a foul on the ball handler Alfar, and that's going to be the second on McCabe. Take a look here at Nelson, step back three. Tickles the twine. And it's a squad that's been lighting it up in the Southern League. 71-point game against Mariposa, 77 against Waterford, 77 against Gustine. Scored 99 points against Oristimba. They could fill it up. Oh, nice move and down low by Peter. And like 3 or 4 Stone Ridge Christian Knights up in the air with that ball fake. Good fundamentals. In the middle of that high post, there's Cortez drawing a crowd. And quick move on the catch. Draw a foul as you take a look right here. Look at these guys. All jumping in the air, and Peter able to use the glass, get his first basket, and stop that 8-0 run for Stone Ridge Christian. Colton Trost dealing with his inbound. You got Cooper Trost also in the ball game for Stone Ridge Christian, along with Tucker Bertuccio. Cortez draws two and deflected by Radek Factorin. Here's Alfara. Alfara with a nice behind the back move and nice layup in transition from Idris Alfara, who's, I told you, crafty with the basketball. And there's Exhibit A right there as Trost ball fake steps in, long two off the mark. Rebound Radek Factorin. Alfara kick out in the corner to, we got Costales into the ball game. Alfara off the ball screen, drops a defender, step back, jumper, couldn't get it to go. The teammates on his bench standing up as Radic Factorin launches the kick-out three. Now Basurto with 2 offensive rebounds in this possession. One more over to Alfara. Again gets inside, hangs, and kind of takes a wild shot. Rebound Stone Ridge Christian. Cortez trying to get Nelson a shot. Good defense out on the perimeter by Peter. Cutting Tross, blocked inside by Radic Factorin. He's been everywhere. That's why you don't save it underneath your own basket, because it could end up in the hands of the other squad. And Jordan Cortez gets an easy bucket. And a tough break there. So again, don't typically want to save it under your own basket. And that's why as Cortez picks up the loose ball. We've got a timeout taken on the court with 2:12 left to play in the first quarter. Stone Ridge 10, River Island 6. Welcome back to Super Saturday on NorCal Sports TV. River Island's with the basketball, trailing by 4. Coming up on 2 minutes in the first quarter. Maury Ramos with you from Delta College at Blanchard Gymnasium. Try to get the seal down low with Daya. They couldn't get it, and they swing it over to Ewan Juice Costales, Costales hits the three-pointer. First shot from beyond the arc for River Islands. That's the lead to 1. And try to high-low down along the baseline. It ends up in the hands of Tross momentarily, and then George Dye almost picked up the loose ball. As you see, Costales firing from range. An opposite baseline corner pass to Harkabus, and he's hit on the three-point attempt by Charles Mapano. Mapano's going to pick up his first personal, and that's going to send Harkabus to the free throw line. He's 0 for 2 in this ball game, but he's going to get 3 on this attempt. Harkabus, a 58% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first one. And he'll get 2 more. Stay connected with NorCal Sports TV online for scheduled highlights and exclusive content. Head over to NorCal Sports TV and follow us on YouTube at NorCal Sports TV. If it's happening in NorCal Sports, you'll find it right here on NorCal Sports TV. As Harkabus hits the first 2 free throws, 1 for each color shoe that he's wearing. I'm not sure which one that one's going to go to, but he hit all 3 of them. Kids these days got such cool shoes. All flashy in different colors, and sometimes they even go mismatched, just like Harkabus has them out there. You can see Costales also with a pair of mismatched shoes. He's back to a 4-point game. Harkabus now with 5 points in score thus far. Alfara again getting through traffic, but had it knocked away. I think Harkabus got a hand on that one. You want to get through traffic, but sometimes you don't need to do all that heavy lifting in that case. Oh, nice high-low. Good touch pass from Harkabus inside to Cooper Trost. Great piece of offense here from Stone Ridge Christian. Lead back up to 6. Daya off the ball screen. Down low to Daya. He had position, but the pass couldn't get over the top of the defense. Cooper Trost able to deflect that one over to his teammate. Now 40 seconds left to play. 25 on the shot clock for Stone Ridge Christian. O'Neal. Trost. Trost, get pass. Gray down low. Harkabus left open, and he flushes it with 2 hands. How about the quarter for Tate and Harkabus? 7 points and an emphatic 2-handed put down in the final seconds of the first quarter as he's got his team up by 8. Largest lead thus far. Alfara, chance for the Riptide to get the final shot. Crosses over, spins off a defender, off 1 foot, And that one rolls out. Harkabus going to pick up the loose ball as the quarter expires. It's 17-9. Stone Ridge Christian kicking us off on Super Saturday. Look at Tate and Harkabus getting going here for the Stone Ridge Christian Knights, who lead by 8 after quarter number 1 on NorCal Sports TV. And DJ Trev taking us to break. DJ Trev Entertainment, proud sponsor here on NorCal Sports TV's Super Saturday. NorCal Sports TV Super Saturday from Stockton, California, on the campus of Delta College. Stone Ridge Christian leading by 8, and they have possession to start the second quarter. O'Neal, Cortez, Cooper Trost, Colton Trost as O'Neal gets inside and blocked by Radek Factorin. And Tate and Harkabus are not the starting 5 in the second for Stone Ridge Christian. As Riptide get into the front court. Here's a step inside from Apano. Can't get the shot to go, but he'll have 2 free throws upcoming. Left open up top, and no hesitation right here as you see defense giving way as Mapano can't get the left-hand layup to go. It's Mapano, Peter, Daya, Radek Factorin, and Ewan G. Costales. The 5 for the Riptide is Mapano. It's his first free throw. We'll get one more. 5'11 senior. It's both free throws. That's the lead to 6. Harkabus, leading scorer in the ball game. He's got 7. To Cortez. Cortez spins in the paint, gets the shot to go. Nice bucket from Jordan Cortez. And kind of we mentioned a little bit earlier, it could be kind of a point forward. You see some of the skills on display right there as Peter put the shoulder down. Shot too strong. Costales with the rebound. Coach Graham wanting the Riptide to reset. Peter going to give Radek Factorin a ball screen. Stone Ridge Christian making things difficult as the ball now ends up on the floor and O'Neal picks it up. Coach Graham was trying to get a timeout and do so in time as here comes Trost with the nice take and transition. Colton Trost gets an and one. We get a foul on Charles Mapano. How about Colton Trost with the determination? Saw an opening, went right at the defense. Bucket for Colton Trost, and he'll get a and one opportunity as he heads to the free throw line. Trost, a 77% free throw shooter, knocks that one down as well. He's going to check out of the ball game. And Nelson back into the game. Alfara across half court. Largest lead thus far for Stone Ridge Christian. They lead by 11. Into the corner, they give Mapano a 3, and he knocks down the triple from the corner pocket. Charles Mapano, good play there from River Islands. In the half-court set as they get good defense from Alfaro. He gets the loose ball in the hands of Radek Factorin, lets the defense fly by. Then Harkabus knocked it out, tried to step back in, nearly did so. See right here, good screen from Peter. Good ball in the corner pocket from Mapano. A good job getting his feet set, body square. Take a look right here. Harkabus, good defense to knock it out and then try to step back in. He's still out of bounds, hadn't established himself, according to the officials. A good drive from Radek Factorin and nice putback by Basurto. First basket for Zachary Basurto, the sophomore. 6'2". He's guarding McCabe down in the post. McCabe spins, takes him to the middle, and gets back to his right hand. Can't get the shot to go, but it rips away the rebound and puts that one up and in for two. Good persistence there from Tyler McCabe. Good footwork down in the post. Good defense. Nice big man battle. And rare to see something like that these days. You get a step back three from Apano, and that one hits the top of the backboard. Hitting the shot clock. It's going to go out of bounds. So McCabe ripping away the board. Able to put it back up and in for his first field goal. And 2 points, 2 fouls for McCabe, who had to check out early in the first quarter. Now getting some runs here in the second, and the pass way off the mark from Gray. Not sure if it was intended for McCabe. He was trying to post up, or it looked like it was heading in the direction of that photographer. And along the baseline. It was out of bounds over to the Riptide with 5:07 here in the first half. And we're game 1 of 6. Up next, we got Bear Creek from here in Stockton, California, taking on Fortune of Sacramento. 6 games on youtube.com/NorCalSportsTV. Alfaro goes away from the ball screen again, drops a defender, and hangs and can't get the shot to go. That's the second time he's knocked the guy down to the ground with his ball handling moves. Ooh, see right there, stopping on a dime, and Nelson taking a fall to the deck as he goes and has a talk to the official right there. The official saying, I didn't really see anything. Alfaro misses the first free throw. First free throw miss of the day for River Island. It's only their third field goal or free throw attempt. One of 2 for Idris Alfaro. He's got 3 in the game, 7-point lead. O'Neal guarded by Alfaro. It's a good matchup. Going to get a hand check. I think Alfaro kind of bailed him out. Looked like O'Neal might have got away with an extra step in there. Could have been close to a travel. Official deeming the hand check came first. And reset the shot clock. They get it to McCabe. Cortez over to Harkabus. We got 12 on the shot clock through the Knights. Nelson down low, and again they miss McCabe, and Coach Rogers is not happy. Has a towel in his hand, or I think it's like a play sheet, a piece of paper. And he chucked that thing down to the ground. So he saw that pass in there to McCabe. Second time they've thrown an errant pass, and McCabe's had a guy on his back. Another opportunity here for the Riptide to cut into this lead. It was 11 a little while ago. It's 7 as Peter gets inside, drops off to Basurto. A lot of contact, but can get a foul on the ground before the pass. You see right here, it's going to go against Cortez. Good call by the official. Basurto somehow flipped that one up and in. It's not going to count, but still kind of impressive. Top Costales. Coach Graham calling out the set. Riptide reset. Radek Factorin goes away from the ball screen to Basurto. And you're going to get an offensive foul saying he pushed off. That'll be his first personal. You be the judge right here. Good angle. Ooh. Bang, bang play. Official. Even he kind of stuck that chicken wing out there and cleared some space. Both teams with 3 team fouls apiece as we're left with 3:45 to play, and that's going to be a backcourt violation. Coach Rogers saying it got tipped. And the official saying he did not see a tip. Costales may have got a hand on there. Trost is saying so. Both Trosts, Cooper and Colton. Not to no avail. It's going to go over the riptide. Off the screen and roll. They try to get it to Peter. Pass deflected down low. 25 to shoot for River Islands. Marcus Gray into the ball game for McCabe. Coach Rogers going to try to spare him right here with those 2 fouls. Good move. Maybe out of bounds. Costales. A lot of the offensive sets kind of breaking down for River Islands as Cortez picks up the loose ball and then he traveled with it. It's one of those ones in the NBA I think you get away with. See it all the time. Guys kind of get a few extra steps here. Cortez picking up the ball, kind of shuffling his feet, trying to get his balance, and too many steps. Run the trap at Alfara, and he dribbles into the corner. Somehow got through it, but his coach called the timeout. Now he's chuckling. He's like, man, I didn't think you were going to get out of that one. Looked like a precarious position, and somehow he was able to get out of it. And if you're ever in a precarious position, need some entertainment, it's the guy to hit up right here. Find him on Instagram at DJTrev209. DJ Trev Entertainment, rocking the 1s and 2s here on NorCal Sports TV's Super Saturday. (24-17). River Islands chipping away a little bit. They're down by 11 a little while ago. Another opportunity to cut down this 7-point advantage from Stone Ridge Christian. Under 3 minutes left to play. 12 on the shot clock. Radek Factorin up top to Basurto. 7 to shoot. Peter going to work. Taking Gray down low. Good help from Cortez, but it's not going to matter as Peter puts it in for 2, his second basket. And kind of had to force the issue. Paid off for River Islands. Draws, kick out Gray. Long 3. Got it to go. Third 3 of the ball game for Stone Ridge Christian. It's come from 3 different players. It's the first one from Marcus Gray, his first field goal. Bumps the lead up to 8. Far off the baseline screen. And catch it cleanly, but they would pick it up. And Factorin off the ball screen. Good help by O'Neal to take the drive away. 2 minutes left to play in the first half. And shot clock under 10. It's Basurto this time. Kick out. 3 for Radek Factorin. Good look. Can't get it to go. He's got a wrestling match along the baseline. River Island thought they should have had a foul called in their favor. Instead, here comes Stone Ridge Christian. Trost blocked by Radek Factorin, and Cortez can't get it to go. And Coach Graham is not happy. He is letting the official know right now. He did not like that foul call, but I think it was more of the carryover from what happened underneath on the last play. As you see Gray in his first field goal. You get Cortez picking up the foul. And it's Alfara is going to pick up his second. Jordan Cortez, first trip to the foul line, knocks down the free throw. Got 5 points. Cortez comes in averaging 14.5 points a game. Shooting it at 57% from the free throw line. 24 of 42. Looked good on that trip, knocked them both down. We got 6 points in the game, and he'll take a seat with 1:39 left to play. McCabe back into the ball game. Alfara trapped. Gets it over to Radek Factorin. Costales has some room and lays it up and in over McCabe. Costales with 5 points off the bench for River Islands. It's an 8-point game, 29-21. McCabe with position on Basurto. Doubled by Alfara. Spins baseline. Tough angle. He thought he got hit. Basurto able to save it into Alfara. Alfara pressured in the backcourt, trying to get it across. Long pass. Gets to Radic Factorin. Drops it off. Beautiful pass down low, but we're going to get a travel from Jermel Dizon, who had an opening, but you see right here. Yep, shuffled his feet. A little extra hop. One minute left to play following the turnover. Stone Ridge Christian and out of their 8-point leads. They get O'Neal backdoor. Tough shot. Good defense by River Islands to help on that. Mapano coming over as McCabe falls down along the sideline. These guys got to get it over. They got to do it quickly, and they barely do so in time. Radic Factorin hangs, gets hit, and he'll get 2 free throws as Harkabus tagged him from behind. Factorin hanging and then taking the hit as Harkabus will pick up his first personal. And Darius Radic Factorin shooting 2 free throws. 6'2" junior. And some orange Kobe's, bright orange Kobe's on the court. Misses the first free throw. Those are sweet shoes. Averages 10 points a game. On the foul line, he's an 81% free throw shooter. So that's on 95 attempts on the season. That's pretty good. 77 of 95. A little rare miss and a rare empty trip there for Darius Radic Factorin. 4-second difference between shot and game clock for Stone Ridge Christian. Got an 8-point lead. Trying to push it up to double digits here on this possession. River Islands led briefly, only by a bucket. And Stone Ridge the rest of the way, led by as many as 11. Here's O'Neal with 7 on the shot clock. Gets inside, blocked by Radic Factorin. Got it back, fades. Off the backboard, won't go. Loose ball picked up by Basurto. 3 seconds left. The zone trying to pick it up, and he does so. Launches and hits the backboard and off the rim. But that's going to do it for the first half of play here on NorCal Sports TV Super Saturday. Our first of 6 games on the day. It's 29-21 as we head to the halftime break. Knights leading the Riptide. DJ Trev's going to kick us to the halftime break here at Delta College. We'll step aside on NorCal Sports TV, be back with the second half between River Islands and Stone Ridge Christian on NorCal Sports TV Super Saturday.
Whether you're taking Highway 49, Highway 99, coming from anywhere in the 209, or much, much further, take a drive up Highway 108 to the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. It's a 5-day overnight summer basketball camp in the Sierra foothills of Sonora. The NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp, where we keep it 100. Whether you're taking Highway 49, Highway 99, coming from anywhere in the 209, or much, much further, take a drive up Highway 108 to the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. It's a 5-day overnight summer basketball camp in the Sierra foothills of Sonora. The NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp, where we keep it 100.
Welcome back. We're starting the second half of play on NorCal Sports TV Super Saturday with a loose ball scramble out along the sideline. So we got a foul? Oh, we got a foul on Stonebridge. So Cortez with the push. Second personal on Jordan Cortez. Starting out there, his team with an 8-point lead. You got Cortez, O'Neill, Nelson, Harkabus, and McCabe. Harkabus the leading scorer in the ball game with 7 points. All coming in the first quarter. As the Knights trapping River Islands, who led by 2 at the start and hasn't led since. They get a nice pass down low, but a rejection from Cortez. He denies Radek Factorin. Nelson over to McCabe and gives it off to O'Neill and sets him a screen. Harkabus trying to turn the corner, spins, hangs. That one gets the roll. His first basket since that first quarter. Now has 9 in the ball game. The lead is 10. For River Islands, they start the second half with Idris Alfaro. Gives it off to Basurto. Here's Radek Factorin, Peter, and Mapano, the starters in the second half. There's a good patient drive for Radek Factorin. The defense kind of fell apart there for Stonehenge Christian on that drive as he gets his second field goal. He's got 4 in the ball game. Leading scorers for River Island are Charles Mapano and Ewan Juice Costales, who's on the bench. Came off the bench with 5 points. Mapano also with 5 points as River Islands comes up with the turnover. Mapano out to Peter. Radek Factorin, nice screen and rolls. Peter open, gets hit by Cortez, I think. Let's see, it might have been Nelson or Cortez. Let's see. Going to call it on Nelson. That's a big call there. That could have been 3 on Cortez. Instead, it's the first on Nelson. Ooh, a lot of hands in there. It goes against Owen Nelson, his first personal. And Dylan Peter to the free throw line. Peter, 73% free throw shooter on the season for River Islands. First free throw, knocked down. See the replay. Nice drive by Darius Radek Factorin. Basurto gonna have to check out of the ball game. I think we got a blood situation on his knee. He got scraped up on the knee. Got some blood showing, and the coaching staff of River Island's trying to take care of it. Meanwhile, Peter hits both free throws and becomes the leading scorer for the Riptide. He's got 6 in the ball game. The lead is 6. Stonehenge led by as many as 11 in the first half. They took the lead and have not relinquished it since trailing 2-0. Hit a 3-pointer right after that. They've led the entire time as Cortez shakes a defender, pulls up and knocks down the mid-range jumper. Second time he's gotten into the mid-range and created his own space. Mapano fire 3 is short. Chased down by Dyatt, but he stepped on the baseline and goes out of bounds to the Knights. Substitution into the ball game as McCabe will check out. Here's Cooper Trost bringing the ball up for the Knights. Again, having a good season in the Southern League. Undefeated at 11-0. And wrap up the league title as Cortez, lane line drive, too strong. More importantly, trying to get themselves into a section championship run. It's a team that made such a run last season. So you get a turnover with the guy stepping on the baseline. Won a section championship last year. Trying to do so again is Stonebridge Christian. Currently in Division 5, the third-ranked team in the CIF Sac Joaquin section. Behind Brett Hart and Argonaut. And you got some of the Brett Hart coaching staff up in the stands as Cortez can't get that one to go. Coach Barnett of the Brett Hart Bulldogs up there taking a look at the Knights. They might have him. There he is in your shot right there, right above Daya. Leaning back. So, trying to get a look at the Knights, and then they might match up with them later on down the line. Brett Hart, currently the top-ranked team in the Division 5 rankings. Argonaut, 3rd. And then Stonebridge Christian, Woodland Christian, and Bradshaw Christian rounding out the top 5 in the CIF Sac Joaquin section. Division 5 rankings as playoffs are right around the corner. One more week of the regular seasons. Did we get a 10 call? We got a timeout taken before. Coach Graham doing the math and takes a timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. So we'll take a quick break and be back. DJ, kick it! And DJ Trev Entertainment takes us to the break on NorCal Sports TV Super Saturday. Thanks to American Asphalt, Straight Sports, NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp, and all our sponsors are allowed us to bring you coverage here from NorCal Sports TV Super Saturday. I atop the bleachers here at Delta College. Mario Ramos with the coverage of Game 1 of 6. Coming up next, Bear Creek and Fortune. Gentlemen getting set to head of the locker room and get ready as Costales loses the handle, picked up by Stone Ridge Christian. Here's Trost taking the ball down low. It's his own rebound and blocked from behind by Daya, but it ends up with Harkabus. He tosses it up and in for 2. He's now in double figures. 11 for Harkabus, and the lead now in double figures for Stone Ridge Christian. Back up to 10, 35-25. Costales takes some contact from O'Neal, picks up his first personal. Ewan Juice Costales with the free throw line. See Harkabus in the double figures with his 11th point of the ball game. O'Neal trying to talk to the official and figure out what he can do in that situation. He felt Costales kind of came across his body. Costales now at 6 in the game. Get a trio of substitutions here for Stone Ridge. Colton Trost, McCabe, and Gray into the ball game. Stahl is now the leading scorer for River Islands. He's got 7. Trost off to Gray. Neal looked like he might have got away with the travel. Hops inside. McCabe offensive rebound, put back for 2. Second field goal for Tyler McCabe. Pushes the lead back up to 10. Halfway through the third quarter. Peter guarded by McCabe up top. Costales loses the handle out of bounds. Have an unforced turnover here for the Riptide. You can see Coach Graham a little frustrated. Graham, a guy who very familiar with this Delta College program. Of course, he played at San Jose State. I'm familiar with a lot of gentlemen in and around this program as McCabe. A nice little baseline drive. And goes reverse on Basurto and gets the layup to go. Back-to-back buckets for Tyler McCabe. He's got 6. Costales drops off Basurto. Banging down low into O'Neal. He tries to get in front of Radek Factor, who sidesteps him for his third field goal. Now, trading baskets here are the Riptide and the Knights. 3 minutes left to play in the third. Stone Ridge okay with that. River Islands needs to get some stops on their end. McCabe trying to get position again on Basurto. Coach Rogers wants him to go back over there. McCabe, too, directing traffic, saying, give it to me. Again, spins baseline, and Basurto with a shove. Going to get called for the first personal of the ball game for Zachary Basurto. And this is a good opportunity there. You see McCabe, nice baseline move in the reverse layup. We talk about McCabe being a junior, but Basurto a sophomore. Go to work against another good big man like we talked about a little while ago. It's a traditional battle in the post as McCabe pulls up this time. Rebound Peter. O'Fara with the head of steam, left to right crossover. Off of 1 foot, got it to go. And the degree of difficulty with some of these shots. And got the Olympics coming up, and see that in some of those events. Right? They take care of degree of difficulty, factors into the scoring. Not so much in basketball, but he was able to get the basket. With a bunch of hands in his face as they get it to Trost down low in the post through the night. Spins, toss it up the rim, and Peter picks up the handle. Here's Costales. Basurto along the lane, the rim run there, and got hit on the way up. See if it's against McCabe, and it is. It's going to be his third personal. See how far off 1 foot. He's kind of flipping it up there. Tell you what, he'd be a tough dude to play in horse. You see the rim run from Basurto and the body from McCabe. We didn't go straight up in that situation. You can see him kind of lean into Basurto. Knocks down the first free throw. 3 in the game for Zachary Basurto. 6'2" sophomore. McCabe with those 3 fouls going to check out with 1:59 left to play in the third. Set the lineups for both squads as Basurto will shoot one more. Yeah, Basurto, Peter, Alfara, Costales, and Mapano for River Islands. Yes. Basurto goes 1 of 2. Cortez, who grabs the rebound, out there with Colton Trost, Dejan O'Neill, Owen Nelson, and Tayton Harkabus. 7-point lead for Stone Ridge Christian. O'Neill left open, short on the 3. Peter with the rebound. And we talked about earlier, playing with the college three-point line, no high school three-point line here at Blanchard Gymnasiums. See if that factors in the late stages. The legs start to get weary. Here's Mapano, says, here's your legs getting weary. Take that, Mr. Announcer guy. There's a 3 ball for your eye. He splashes home his second three-pointer. This one from the wing. Makes it a 4-point game. Closest River Island's been since, I believe, the second quarter. Trost gets inside, and they're going to call that an offensive foul. Say he got the hook out there. And it's going to be an offensive foul on Colton Trost. We should get the, see right here, Mapano. Wing 3, no hesitation as Cortez gets out there too late. You see right here, we get a good angle. Oh, yeah. See that arm coming across the backside of the defender. Easy call for the officials. Trost trying to make up for it. Nearly got the, well, he did get the deflection, but nearly deflected it off of Costales. Almost got the turnover. DeZone trying to inbound it. Tough angle, yeah. Didn't have much of an angle there for Radic Factorin, and couldn't run the baseline as well, so it's going to be a turnover for River Islands. A 4-point lead and a chance to cut it to 2, but they give it right back. Minute left to play in the third. Here's O'Neill off the dribble handoff. Zone defense for River Islands. Out of the baseline inbound is Factorin. Deflected out of bounds, no kick. Shot clock at 23, game clock at 54.4. O'Neill rips it through, gets in the paint, off the back iron. McCabe had it momentarily. DeZone picks it up. DeZone doubled, gets it to Basurto. Find a guard. Here's Radic Factor. Costales left open and makes them pay. 5 in the first half for Costales, 5 in this quarter. They cut it to a 1-point game. It's 39-38. 24 seconds left to play in the quarter. Shot clock turned off. O'Neill gives it to McCabe. McCabe, elbow jumper. Got it to go. 6 in the quarter for McCabe, 8 in the ball game. Lead back up to 3. 10 seconds left to play in the third. Radic Factorin behind the back, gets some space. Down the lane, reverse layup won't go. Basurto hit on the way up. It's going to be Harkabus picking up the foul with 1.9 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Second personal on Tayton Harkabus. You see Costales with the corner 3. Knocks down his second triple. Foul on Harkabus. Second personal will send Basurto to the free throw line where he's 1 of 2. First free throw good for Zachary Basurto. And don't forget to check out NorCalSportsTV.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/NorCalSportsTV for upcoming game coverage. We've got 5 more games left for you today here on NorCal Sports TV Super Saturday as Basurto goes 1 of 2 again. And last second heat from Gray is blocked, so put that on the stat sheet for Darius Radek-Factorin. Be a 2-point game as we head to the fourth quarter. River Island's making a run at this. 41-39 is best entertainment in the Central Valley is right there on your screen. DJ Trev of DJ Trev Entertainment. Hit him up on the gram at DJ Trev 20.
Whether you're taking Highway 49, Highway 99, coming from anywhere in the 209 or much, much further, take a drive up Highway 108 to the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. It's a 5-day overnight summer basketball camp in the Sierra foothills of Sonora. The NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp, where we keep it 100.
There's DJ Trev. We'll be out here all day, and so are we on NorCal Sports TV Super Saturday. Game 1 off to a heck of a start. Stone Ridge Christian led by as many as 11 as we head to the fourth quarter. They lead by 2, 41-39. Mario Ramos with you on the broadcast as McCabe tied up and able to get it back, doubled, and finds a cutting Cooper Tross, who has his second field goal of the game. Lead is 4 for Stone Ridge Christian. Mapano, Costales, both of them hit a 3 towards the end of the third quarter. Out there with Basurto, gets it off the roll. Hangs, can't get the shot to go. Cortez with the rebound. DeZone and Radek-Factorin, the other members of the Riptide. As Cortez in transition tosses up a tough shot, and he's now in double figures. He's got 10. And the first 2 baskets of the quarter go to Stone Ridge Christian. He pushed a 2-point lead up to 6. Radek-Factorin slithering through the defense. Let's Cortez jump up through the air, but he couldn't keep his footing. It's called for the travel. See Cortez, nobody stops the ball. Got to pick up the basketball in transition. Good take from Jordan Cortez. We talked earlier about him being a point forward. That's a little point forward-ish right there. Minute into the fourth quarter. O'Neal off the handoff, comes off the McCabe screen. Picked up by DeZone. And hangs and gets the mid-range shot to go. That's the first basket of the game for Dejan O'Neal since the first field goal of the game for Stone Ridge Christian is Costales blocked by McCabe. It's a quick possession for River Islands. They give it back over to Stone Ridge Christian, a chance to push this up to double digits now. And a 6-0 run to start this quarter. Frost again gives it off to O'Neal on the wing, and they get the high ball screen from McCabe, who stuck the shoulder out, and that's going to be an offensive foul. That's going to be his 4th personal. And just not squared up and try to get some contact. Comes out. That's a bad screen as you see O'Neal on the previous one, able to hang and get the shot to go. DeZone. Out of the corner, Costales off the flare screen. Quick shot and missed everything. O'Neal with the rebound. Good execution. Just didn't get the shot to go down. O'Neal inside, and before the shot, you're going to get a foul on the floor. Let's see who the call's on. You're going to get it on Peter. So Dylan Peter picks up his second. Apano, Basurto back into the game for River Islands. Harkabus and Nelson. Stone Ridge thought they only had 4 guys on the court. They were going to send another one out there. Two-three zone for River Islands. Under the baseline inbound for Stone Ridge Christian. He's got 20 on the shot clock. O'Neal, mid-post to Harkabus, try to go down low to Cortez. Got deflected, but ends up in his hands. Kind of how this quarter has been going for Stone Ridge Christian. 8-0 run. Now chance to be 10-0 as O'Neal picks up the loose ball and puts it up and in for two. And Coach Graham signaling for a full timeout. Is going to get a guy on the court. I think it's Nelson who's going to need a second. I think we got an official timeout. Coach Graham wanted to take a full timeout because his squad is giving up a 10-0 run to start this fourth quarter as we see Nelson getting up off the court. It's 51-39 as O'Neal picks up the loose ball and puts Stone Ridge Christian up by a dozen on NorCal Sports TV Super Saturday. And I think we're going to stay here as, again, it was official timeout. So Coach Graham using that opportunity to let his guys know. Oh, as you see right there on the replay, bodies colliding. Hopefully Nelson's going to be okay. Where's that face shield? Hopefully that was, in this case, a little preventative. Peter. And take Cortez down on the block. Kicks it up top to Costales. Ryland's looking for their first basket of the quarter. Alfara off the ball screen. He's been quiet lately. See if he can get going here in the fourth. 4 on the shot clock. They're going to have to get to work. Alfara going to have to force it up. Hits the iron. Got his rebound and ends up in the hands of Basurto. Kick out to Mapano and 3 ball in the corner. Gets it to go, and you're going to get a quick timeout taken by Coach Graham. Now you got a member of the Riptide on the ground. As Alfara down on the deck, as you see right there. A collision where he ended up on the ground as Mapano hit that 3. Another official timeout on Super Saturday. 51-42. And you see on the replay along the baseline just a little collision of bodies, and Alfara taking the brunt of that one. He's still down on the ground. Coach Justin Graham checking in with them. You can see movement in his extremities, and that's a great sign right there. Get one more look at the replay. Arms got tangled up there along the baseline. Get back to the basketball part. A look from Basurto right here to find his shooter wide open in the corner. That was the first basket for River Islands, but right now they're concerned with Idris Alfara, who's still down on the baseline. We'll step aside momentarily here on Super Saturday. We'll be back with more from Delta College. You see Idris Alfara being escorted to the bench by the River Islands coaching staff. And we're here at Delta College in our first game of the day. River Island Riptide and Stone Ridge Christian Knights. It was a 2-point game to start the fourth quarter. You had a 10-0 run for Stone Ridge Christian. That 3 right before we went to that quick commercial break was the first basket of this third quarter for River Islands, and it comes a little over 4.5 left to play. Stone Ridge led by as many as 11 in this ball game. Actually 12 here in the quarter. They pushed it up to 12. Cortez at the elbow, blocked by Radic Factorin. Here's Harkabus, straightaway 3. Radic Factorin comes in with the rebound. 4 minutes left. The Riptide have one more run left in them as Radic Factorin trying his best, and River Islands trying to get the basket as well. They're saying that should be basket interference and goaltend. Ooh, that's kind of close. But they're going to say it's 2 shots. instead for Darius Radic-Factorin, who missed his first 2 free throws of the day. This guy is a pretty good free throw shooter as well. So now you want at the line. Gets the roll. 7 in the ball game. Shoots it at 81% on the year. Now 1 for 3. River Islands, you got to cash in on these opportunities to get some points on the board with the clock stopped. That one's short. Rebound Cortez. 4 minutes left to play. 8-point ball game. O'Neal across half court. Radic-Factorin right in his hip, and we're going to get a foul on the floor. It'll be the second team foul on River Islands, second personal on Darius Radic-Factorin. Couldn't cut off Dejan O'Neal. McCabe turns, puts it up off the glass. Too strong. Bertuccio battling with Mapano, and Bertuccio touched it last. Riptide basketball, 3:46. Stahl is being hounded by Bertuccio. O'Neal deflects it, and it goes out of bounds. 29 on the shot clock. Radic-Factorin across half court. Here's Mapano. He'll fire a quick 3 and got it to go. His third three-pointer here in the second half. 4th of the ball game. He's got 14 points. Hanley keeping his squad in the ball game here in this quarter. You say the three-pointer is a great equalizer, and that helps too when you get a steal on the defensive end. Costales goes at O'Neal and left the left-handed layup short. They get the turnover but can't cash in. Here comes Stone Ridge Christian leading by 5. O'Neal has it poked out from behind, and it's going to be River Island basketball. O'Neal thought it got hit out of his hand by a member of the Riptide, as you see Mapano. That was a deep 3, a couple steps back behind that college line as well. Makes it a 5-point game. They got 3 minutes left. And here's Idris Alfaro back into the game. That's a good sign for the Riptide. Peter out to Alfaro in the corner. They move Mapano off the baseline screen. Great set and great execution. He's got his 4th 3 here in the second half. 3rd in this quarter. 5 in the ball game, and he's made it a 2-point lead. How about this? A 10-0 run for River Islands after Stone Ridge Christian had a 10-0 run to start the quarter. It's a game of spurts as O'Neal nearly lost it. Peters blitzed him on the screen as here's Cortez. Pulls up and hits the jumper. 6 in the quarter for Cortez, 14 in the game for him. Lead back up to 4. Alfaro pushes it off to Radic-Factorin. Here's Mapano off a couple of screens. Between the leg, dribble, step back just short. Gray with the board. Under 2 minutes to play. Coach Rogers on out the set. Motion offense here for Stone Ridge Christian. Coach Rogers going to take a full timeout with 18 seconds left on the shot clock, 1:42 on the game clock. Charles Mapano with the 3-ball from the corner pocket, keeping the Riptide into this ball game. It's a 4-point lead for the Knights. 1:42 left to play from Blanchard Gymnasium. It's NorCal Sports TV's Super Saturday.
Whether you're taking Highway 49, Highway 99, coming from anywhere in the 209 or much, much further, take a drive up Highway 108 to the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. It's a 5-day overnight summer basketball camp in the Sierra foothills of Sonora. the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp, where we keep it 100.
Mario Ramos back with you from Blanchard Gymnasium. These River Islands making a go of this. Here's a bucket from Cortez that put an end to a 10-0 Riptide run. And a big part of that Riptide run is number 2, Charles Mapano. He's been knocking them down from range. 4-point game as we come out of the timeout. 10 on the shot clock now for Stone Ridge Christian. They get it over to O'Neal, guarded by Peter. It's the ball screen from McCabe. A strong screen and opens up O'Neal for the jumper. 9 in the game for Dejan O'Neal, 6 coming here in the second half. Coach Graham wanted an offensive foul on the screen as Radic Factorin left open, and he gets an easy layup. A quick bucket there for River Islands, get it back to a 4-point game. Rogers trying to bring the pressure, and River Islands making them pay as O'Neal gets inside. Radic Factorin swats it away. Cortez baseline drive. That one is rejected by Basurto. How about the defense here from the Riptide, throwing a block party at Blanchard Gymnasium. Cortez denied by Basurto. Yeah, 21 on the shot clock, 57.5 on the game clock. Big possession right here. Nelson up top. O'Neal had some big buckets here down the stretch, and they put the ball back in his hands. Pulls up at the elbow, leaves it short. Peter with the rebound. 42 seconds left to play. Picks up his dribble, needs some help. And Coach Graham halfway out on the court trying to call a timeout, and he gets the full timeout with 37.8 left to play. 30 seconds on the shot clock. And again, it's game 1 of 6. Coming up next, Bear Creek and Fortune. Waiting in the wings is DJ Trebs. It's going to send us to a commercial break on NorCal Sports TV. Special thanks to DJ Trev at DJ Trev Entertainment. Special thanks to Venture Academy High School, a dynamic TK through 12 public charter school offering innovative, flexible learning for students across San Joaquin and surrounding counties. Proud sponsor of today's Super Saturday event. Also handing out the Raising Cane's Player of the Game Award for each of our 6 ball games today. And right now it appears to be a 2-horse race between Jordan Cortez of Stone Ridge Christian, Charles Mapano of River Islands. We got a 4-point game. River Islands with the basketball. A must-have possession right here for the Riptide, trailing by 4. Try to get into the hands of Mapano. He's being clenched by Trost. They kick it out. Peter, 3-ball. Got it! That one rattles in from the corner for Peter. Makes it a 1-point game as O'Neal loses the handle. Out of bounds it goes. And River Islands has a chance to take the lead with 23.5 left to play. Shot clock turned off. Alfaro to inbound. And we'll get a timeout taken by Coach Graham. It's going to try to draw something up. We'll stick with you here on NorCal Sports TV during this timeout. What a big possession. It's going to be a full timeout as Peters hit that 3. And then O'Neal got the inbound. You'll see the nice kick out from Alfaro. Peter over the outstretched hand of Cortez, too. Not an easy shot. As DJ Trev spinning it on the turntables here all day long on Super Saturday. And this one turned out to be a heck of a ball game with River Island trailing by as many as 12 here in the fourth quarter. Their largest deficit of the game came here in the fourth, and they responded with a 10-0 run to cut it to a 2-point lead. Stone Ridge Christian able to get a bucket from Cortez to push it back up to a 4-point ball game. O'Neal with another bucket to keep it at that margin, and Charles Mapano doing his thing. You can see right there they blanketed him. And River Islands would like to get them the ball in this possession, you would think, but again, Stone Ridge Christian keying in on him. Last time Alfaro able to find Peter. in the corner. So we'll see what Coach Graham has drawn up on this ATO. Along the baseline, Alfara to inbound. You got Mapano opposite elbow. Coming off a couple screens. And they get it to Radic Factorin. Here's Mapano up top. Shot clock turned off. 15 on the game clock. Screen and roll to Basurto. Hangs, layup on go. Radic Factorin with the rebound. He was pushed from behind. And he's going to have 2 free throws and an opportunity to put the Riptide up ahead. You see the replay, the push in the back from Cooper Trost. Going to send Darius Radic Factorin to the foul line. He's an 81% shooter on the year, but he's 1 of 4 here in the ball game. And 9 points. He rattles in the first one. 10 points now to match his jersey number. More importantly, ties the game up. It's the first tie we've had here in the ball game. He's trying to give River Islands their second lead. The Riptide led 2-0. They got the first bucket of the game. They have not led since. Trailed by as many as 12. That came here in the fourth quarter. Now Darius Radic Factorin puts them up by 1. 56-55. And we're going to get a timeout taken with 10.8 seconds left to play. It'll be a full timeout taken by Coach Tyler Rogers. So interesting to see where they go with the basketball. And they're going to have to go the length of the court. They're going to have to inbound along the baseline. You see right here, Darius Radic Factorin with the offensive rebound. Fouled from behind by Cooper Trost. Steps up and hits both free throws. So for Radic Factorin, he's now got 11 in the ball game. And his team leading by 1, 56-55. 10.8 left to play. If you're Stone Ridge Christian, you'd have to think the ball's going to be in the hands of Dejan O'Neill. Try to get him to bring the ball up. Jordan Cortez, he's got 6 points in the quarter. Along with Dejan O'Neill, he's got 6 in the quarter. Kane Harkabus, also an option, but he's actually going to be on the bench right here. Not an option on this possession. It's going to be Nelson, Cortez, O'Neill, McCabe, and Trost. As Trost is going to need some help down there. Somebody's got to take it out. And they got to go the length of the court with 10.8 seconds left to play. Shot clock turned off. Alfara going to pick up Trost. Trost. Bring it up the right side. Takes Alfara down to the post. Shot off the front iron. Tipped into the hands of Cortez. Puts it up. Can't get it to go. The follow. Won't go. Falls off the iron. And the Riptide with the huge fourth quarter comeback win this game by 1. 56-55. You see the last gasp efforts here for Stone Ridge Christian as Cortez just off the mark. You see with 0.1 second got that shot off. Just rolled off the rim. A tough break for the Knights, who squander a 12-point fourth quarter lead as the River Island Riptide storm back to win this one 56-55 to kick things off here on Super Saturday. And if that's what we have in store, buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a fun day here on youtube.com/NorCalSportsTV. We're going to step aside and be back with Bear Creek and Fortune in our second game of the day here from Blanchard Gymnasium. Once again, our final, River Islands 56, Stone Ridge Christian 55. For Mario Ramos, I'm Mario Ramos, for the rest of our crew, we're saying thank you for watching this presentation of NorCal Sports TV's Super Saturday.